Infinix GT30 Pro. Kapag meron kang ganito, wala ka ng talo. Totoo ba? Guys, pag nalaman niyo ng presyo nito, nako, tapos na si Xiaomi. This is the ultimate gaming phone to buy this year. Ito po yung itsura, mecha design. Yung processor sobrang bilis. MediaTek Dimensity 8350 processor. Up to 1.4 million points ito to benchmark. Ayan po. This thing is blazing fast. Even faster than the Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G. With better software optimization. Malaki din yung battery, 5,500 mAh. 45 watts fast charging. May 30 watts wireless charging pa siya. 1.5K resolution AMOLED display, 144Hz refresh rate. Pero Beans, parang same na same yung specs kay Note 50 Pro Plus 5G, but hindi naman ganun. Mas pogi pa yun. Well guys, this is much more affordable by 3,000-4,000 pesos. Same processor, mas mura, pero mas mabilis, mas reliable sa gaming. And the biggest difference between the two is meron na po siyang gaming shoulder triggers called the GT triggers. This is the very first shoulder trigger gaming phone ni Infinix. Hindi lang yun hindi siya all about specs, but naglabas sila ng 1, 2, 3, 4 new products. Una-una yung GT30 Pro Standard Edition. Tapos yung kanya mas malupit na version, the GT30 Pro Gaming Master Edition. Dark flare yung color. This one is bundled with a gaming kit. Ito po siya. This is highly advanced gaming accessories, gaming cooler, at gaming case. And of course, naglabas din sila ng napakalaki, napakabongga, napakabilis na gaming tablet Infinix XPad GT. Powered by the Snapdragon 888 processor. Pero may to. Let us unbox the Infinix GT30 Pro. I'm Vince and you're watching Unbox Diaries. Woohoo! We will have a separate unboxing video for the XPad GT. But for now, Infinix GT30 Pro, unboxing muna tayo. Una-una yung Standard Edition. Meron ba siyang dalawang kulay, no? Shadow Ash and Blade White. But just like the Infinix GT20 Pro, this is the MPL official tournament phone. Mobile Legends cover. Ayan po. So nice. Ayan po yung tsura niya, guys. Si Mia. Ito po yung actual box ni Infinix GT30 Pro. All day, full FPS system. No frames missed. Oh, hindi na daw bababa yung frames mo, May GT trigger, console level control. SIM, ejector pin. Gel case na merong design. Warranty card and may official user manual na talagang pinag-isipan mabuti. And this is the phone. Sa ilalim, eto na po siya. Ooh, umiilaw guys. Sheesh! Tapos yung ilaw niya, bonggang-bongga. It's nothing like I've ever seen on a transient phone. 45-watt charger kasama sa box. USB Type-C cable. Yun lang ang laman ng standard box. But guys, I highly suggest you buy the Gaming Master Edition plus 1K lang po. You get a much better box, a much more amazing design. Plus gaming cooler, gaming case. Eto na yung itsura, Gaming Master Edition. And uy, grabe to. So meron na bibiling ganito separately. Kung gusto mong bilhin yung standard plus ito. Pero mukhang ito masulit guys. Ayun The box itself looks like this. Sa loob, dalawa. So here's the Master Edition phone and the cooler. Uy, ganda pa ng packaging. Ganda sa loob. And you even get the specs at the back. All I'm saying is for only 1,000 pesos more, pero feeling ko guys, limited edition lang po to. I highly suggest ito yung bilhin nyo if you're really serious about upgrading sa GT30 Pro. Ayan po siya guys. Unbox na natin to Same. Nasa loob is same din po siya. Ayan po yung kanyang casing and papers. Pero yung packaging different. The plastic is also different. Mas bongga. Ay wow. Rainbow. Kanina, simple lang ilaw. Ngayon, rainbow na. RGB. Oh my god. Oh, look at that ba? Ang ganda. Now that is a real gaming design. And is that aluminum body? Of course, same na same po yung kanyang charger and cable. But this is also the reason why I'll go for the Master Edition is yung kanyang napakaganda, napaka-premium na case. Ayan guys, hard case po siya. Ayan po yung likod. That is magnetic para dun sa cooler niya. Guys, the cooler even comes with a manual. At ayun na po yung cooler. Pag pull out mo, it's got that nice sound. Very satisfying. Check that out. This cooler ay meron siyang glossy finish dito. Kind of feels like glass. And testing ko na po to. This cooler is so advanced. Kasi lamig din yung mga cooler na nag-yellow. Umabot siya ng mga -4 degrees. Pero minus the yellow. Which is good. Ayaw na ayaw mo na mag-yellow or mag-moist ang likod ninyong phone. Kasi baka masira yan. Guys, nagkaka-watermarks po ang likod ng phone nyo. This one is much cleaner. Kapag sinaksak mo yan, ganyan po yung itsura niya. Umiilaw siya. The body is made out of mostly plastic. Tapos meron siya heatsink dito. Metal, yan po. At saka yung itsura is parang mini PC fan. This is also magnetic. So kakabit mo siya sa likod ng casing ng parang ganyan. Tingnan natin. Guys, kita mo pa rin yung ilaw. Akala ko matatakpan niya yung ilaw. Yung cutout niya, sakto dun sa ilaw no likod ng phone. And this is what it looks like when you're playing. Got here a power bank. So yung cooler, wala po siyang battery. You need to saksak it to a power source like a power bank or charger pala. Ganyan po siya, guys. Ayan, ramdaman mo na yung hangin. Ayan po yung tsura niya. Malinis na malinis. Hindi nag-moist. Kagandahan dito is pwede mo siyang iakit ng ganyan para hindi sagabal sa inyong gameplay. Very nice. Or pwede sa baba. Pero ito ganito po yung tsura niya sa low light. Guys, dito mo siya may appreciate ng todo. Sobrang astig niya tingnan in a very dark room. Like walang ilaw talaga. Very silent po yung fan. At guys, look at that. Nag-wireless charging po siya habang nakakabit dito. Ibig sabihin, you don't have to have two cables. For example, separate dito sa cooler. At dito, no. Pwedeng sa cooler lang. Wirelessly charging the phone at the back. Ulitin ko Lagyan ko nito. Wow! Wireless charging! Wow! Sobrang well thought out itong cooler plus casing na combo. Ginawang wireless charging na rin po siya. Finally, a well thought out cooling system that only Infinix has managed to accomplish. Vince, nalilito ako. Ano bang mas okay kunin? Ito or ito? Good question. Bakit pa meron ganitong color or meron siyang Gaming Master Edition? No, I think ito yung gusto nilang mangyari. Meron dalawang version. Yung isa medyo low-key lang, yung kanyang pagka-gaming. Yung isa naman is parang medyo heavy gaming yung kanyang itsura. Talagang hardcore. And I feel not all people will be attracted to this kind of design. For some, medyo jolog siya. That is why baka ito ay para sa inyo. Mas low-key, mas pang daily driver, mas pang standard ang kanyang itsura as a smartphone. At kapag naglalaro ka, hindi tumatama yung camera sa inyong kamay. Pero yun, very casual and premium po ang dating ng kanilang standard phone. Pero meron siyang mga panel-panel dito na parang mecha design. Just like what you saw on the GT30 Pro. Pero kasi parang ganito po yung GT30 Pro last year. Medyo hardcore gaming ang kanyang itsura. At least meron ka ng choice this time around. So ito, parang glass ang feels. Very cool to the touch. Very premium. Kala mo aluminum yung body. Ganun din sa Gaming Master Edition. Pero ito, this one is kind of, hindi siya cool to the touch. Glossy siya and plastic yung feels. Pero, with the casing, guys, I highly suggest kapag bibili kayo ng Gaming Master Edition, lagi mo siya lagyan ng casing na ganito. Mas maangas siya tingnan at mas premium. O pala, what does it look like? Standard plus yung casing. Kasi pwede ka mabili nito separately. And there you have it. Kasyang-kasya, walang problema. Pati yung shoulder triggers, merong cutout, maayos. Ayan po yung itsura niya. But the cooler and the casing combination really gives you a lot more value, making your phone not only cooler, but also wirelessly charging it. 30 watts fast charging So 3-in-1 na pala siya. Casing, cooling, and wireless charging. Yung buong itsura ng phone is ganito. It is 6.78 inches. Malaki. Almost 6.8. Tapos harapan, akala mo talaga iPhone. From the curves, the bezels, ang nipis ng bezels, grabe. Kung galing ka sa iPhone 16 Pro Max, it doesn't make sense na mag-upgrade ka dito. Pero if you're coming from iPhone 11, iPhone XR, naku guys, mga ganun yung kanyang presyuhan. Murang-mura lang. Mas mabilis pa ng dihamak, 1.4 million points sa Tutu benchmark. May shoulder triggers pa, wala kay iPhone yan. Speaking of gaming triggers, yes, meron na po siyang triggers dito. Sa right side, meron siya sa taas ng volume rockers at sa ilalim ng power button. Now this is not unique to Infinix. Meron po to si Nubia at si Red Magic. But this is the first time na meron si Infinix ito. Now with this one, ganyan ka na po maglalaro. Kapag nasa Call of Duty ka, you can now assign these two shoulder trigger buttons to any button on the screen. So let's say for example, madalas mong gamitin yung scope. Yung left trigger, pwede mo yang i-map doon. Now, pwede mong i-hold to. Yan yung laging scope mo. Tapos, yung right naman, for shooting, for trigger. And this is what the usual setup is sa isang gaming console like Call of Duty, ganun. So, scope, tira, scope, tira. Now, it's much more intuitive. Parang may gamepad ka na talaga, hindi lang po cellphone. This is not something you can do on an ordinary phone. So Vince, paano to? Kakabili ko lang. Hindi ko siya mahanap. Well, actually, kapag pinindot mo siya ilang beses, may lalabas po dito. GT trigger, set, click mo yan. Lalabas na po yun sa settings. Ayan. Tapos dito guys, pwede mo na siyang gawing shortcut, no? For example, ito, taas, double click lang, it will activate the camera. Tapos, pwede siya mag-shutter, parang camera lang. Galing! Ito parang pro. Wow, may shutter sound pa. And yes, meron siyang vibration. Kapag kapindot mo, meron siyang feedback. Pero wala siyang parang ilaw-ilaw dito. Para malaman kung napindot mo, okay lang yun. Baka sa maubos agad yung battery. Pero check this out. Pagka nasa homepage ka, pwede mo i-hold parehas ng sabay. Pag hinold mo, pwede mo siyang assign sa X Arena. Parang yung sa Red Magic kapag hinold mo yung parehas, lalabas po yung game space. Now for me, the gaming triggers is very helpful lalo sa Call of Duty. Para yung mga kamay mo, mas marami silang room to work with. Well, for me, mas useful po to sa Genshin Impact at Call of Duty. Sa Mobile Legends kasi guys, yung mga skills, kailangan nyo po ng direction. So, meaning, yung shoulder triggers is pretty much an extra non-directional button lang po siya. Madalas, gagamitin mo siya for repetitive presses. Pwede mo siya assign dun sa monster button. Kung gusto mo siyang i-focus sa minion button, ayan, para minions lang yung titirahin, or yung tower button, para mag-tower lock siya. Or pwede ring tipihan, ayan. For example, si Cho, una combo, sipa, tipi-tipi, follow up. Pang TikTok, hindi pang YouTube. Pang Telegram. Here in the X Arena, pwede mo na i-customize pretty much anything, including the GT triggers. You can even boost the CPU and GPU. Ayan, performance mode sa una, equilibrium. Pwede mo taasan yung touch sampling rate, touch sensitivity. And while in-game, pwede mo i-swipe left, may lalabas po na panel dyan. Lalabas pa yung mga extra settings. That allows you to customize your game further. Bypass charging, macros, brightness, esports mode. Kung ayaw mo ng distractions, wala notifications, pwede po. All of which can help you potentially win more games. But mostly 120 FPS po yung pinapromise ni Infinix for most games, including HOK, Mobile Legends, PUBG, Call of Duty Mobile, ROV, Battlegrounds Mobile India, kung nasa India ka. The promise is always 120 FPS all day, which is sinasabi ni Infinix wala daw masyadong FPS drops any time of the day. Kaya lang, para daw mangyari yun, kailangan mo daw i-optimize siya, performance mode. At the same time, kapag ginawa mo yun, kailangan may cooler ka, para kahit hapon po, naglalaro ka, your phone is still working perfectly kahit sobrang init na po yung CPU niya. Dahil ito, yung suporta. And this is also cool kasi nga hindi mo na kailangan mag-charge separately. Nag-wireless charging na siya, which gives less heat. Very smart, only kay Infinix ko siya nakita. Na performance-wise, ito po yung nakita ko. Ultra na po siya sa Mobile Legends. Guys, kung wala na po siyang problema sa Infinix GT30 Pro last year, wala rin po siyang problema dito. Pero ang pinakamalaking advantage lang po nito is if you have the full gaming kit, wala na pong frame drops any time of the day. Kahit hapon, kahit mainit masyado, kahit summer, kaya mo maglaro with your friends even at those times. I would even say hindi mo na siya kailangan for Mobile Legends. This is too overkill. Masyado siya mabilis. And the shoulder triggers is also very useful. Pero mostly sa Call of Duty na and Genshin Impact na yon or sa mga ibang games. For MOBA, parang not sure if it's gonna be super useful. Pero all I can say is, as a Mobile Legends phone, this is really peak Mobile Legends performance. Call of Duty, guys, ultra frame rates. And guys, the sound quality is just really nice. Although hindi siya super loud, pero ang napansin ko, mataas yung treble. Kapag may footsteps, talagang klarong-klaro. Rinig na rinig mo. Pero I highly suggest you get earphones now if you really want audio accuracy. Now in terms of Call of Duty gameplay, guys, this one is so smooth, so responsive. The display is fast enough for very fast hands. Well, actually, si GT30 Pro is kaya rin sumabay. That is the phone for pros. Yun nga lang, si GT30 Pro is 800k lang ata yung kanyang to benchmark. Medyo nahirapan siya kay Genshin Impact. And speaking of Genshin Impact, guys, wala na problema. Sobrang smooth na siya sa Genshin Impact. Even at the highest setting, 60 FPS, kayang-kaya na po niya. Grabe yung optimization. I think si Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G has a lot of flagship features, fast charging, poging-poging design, maganda rin yung display, same processor, pero in terms of gaming, talaga mas lamang to. May shoulder trigger pa. And this is where this phone really shines sa Genshin Impact. If you're a Genshin Impact player, you'll really need a very beefy system. And this phone will not disappoint you. Performance pa lang, wala na problema. At the same time, the GT triggers really come into play. Ako, madalas ako mag-dash kasi, so inassign ko ba yung dash button dun sa left trigger? Yan. Yung attack button sa taas na, ayaw ko na sa screen. Para sa screen, pwede mag-focus sa ibang bagay, like ultimate. Para nakafocus ka lang sa combat. Ito naman yung Crystal of Atlan. Of course, guys, hindi pa siya gano'n ka-optimize, pero this is what you'll get. Ito ba yung gameplay niya when playing Crystal of Atlan dito sa Infinix GT30 Pro. Siyempre, pwede mo rin i-map dito yung shoulder triggers. No problem. Hindi siya game-specific, guys. You can actually play any game, basta ma-map mo lang yung mga physical shoulder trigger buttons to anything na virtual button sa screen. So, okay siya sa gaming, entertainment, everyday use. Ay, camera na lang. Guys, the camera on this thing is 108MP AI camera. At meron pa siyang 13MP selfie camera. Now, what I've noticed is, okay naman yung kanya camera, no? For pretty much daily usage. Images are decent, properly exposed naman. Yung nga lang, medyo high ang contrast, saturation. Yung mga greens, very green. But if you like that color, or if you're liking the image quality, then go for it. But if camera first person ka, this might not be your phone. Pero even low light, talagang lumalaban to. Klaro pa rin. Yung nga lang, very processed pa rin yung itsura niya. Okay rin yung selfie camera. Ayan pa yung tsura niya. May mga AI features na rin po siya. AI Studio. So kung gusto mo ng AI Erase, meron po siyang ganun. AI Extender. Grabe, dami ng mga features itong GT30 Pro. Meron pa siyang 0.6x if you want more flexibility sa inyong photo taking. Kung gusto mo ng group photos, landscape photos, guys, you don't have to move a step. Pwede mag-ultra-wide na lang para sa makita yung wider picture. No, dahil powerful yung kanyang processor, this can shoot up to 4K 30 frames per second even with ultra steady on or EIS. Yun nga lang, wala siyang 4K 60 frames per second. Kaya naman siguro yun. Software update na lang. Yun lang, wala siyang 1080p 60 frames per second. Puros 30 FPS lang siya. So this is not a cinematic camera. Which is okay lang kasi nga for these much features, talagang grabe na to. Paano pa kaya kung kasing level niya yung Note 50 Pro Plus 5G? May telephoto camera pa siya, ganun kalinaw. Oh my God. Feeling ko magbabalon din yung pricing. Talagang tataas siya ng todo. I think there's just too much for one video to handle. There's too much features, too much value ang binigay ni Infinix sa atin today. Speaking of value, which one has the most value? The price of the Infinix GT30 Pro is only Shadow Ash and Blade White. Yung standard edition is 13,999 pesos. Mas mura pa siya kay GT20 Pro. Wow! That is 16 gigs of RAM, legit, not extended, and 256 gigabytes of internal storage. Pero if you want double, 24 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of internal storage, 15,999 pesos. But that is impressive. For only 15,000 pesos, 15,999, meron ka ng 24 gigs of RAM. That is so impressive. And for only 13,999, 16 gigabytes po na legit RAM. And the Gaming Master Edition, which is, I feel, yung mas sulit, plus 1K lang, 14,999 pesos. Same, 16,256. At yung 24,512 naman ay 16,999 pesos. Kung ano yung GT20 Pro last year. So much has been included. Guys, medyo kinabahan talaga ako. Nung lumabas po si Infinix Note 50 Pro Plus 5G, sabi ko, uy, medyo mataas yung price ha. Parang hindi kaya talunin si Poco X7 Pro. Pero nung nakita ko na yung price, oh my God, this is going to beat the competition. I don't think there's any phone out there as good as this one. Na may ganitong processor, ganitong bundle, combination of RAM and ROM, shoulder triggers, saka pa. Only Infinix is giving this kind of impressive smartphone to us all. Pero, bibili ka ba? Let me know guys in the comments below. So, tingin mo ba malapit to? Or baka iba na lang bibili mo? May lalabas pa si Infinix in the near future. If you wanna see that, subscribe ka na lang, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my great content. It means you're watching Unbox Diaries. Woohoo!